Hi, my name is Ben Copper, and for this video I'm going to just demonstrate how to change a spare tire. First of all, you'll need a lug wrench, which this is a standard lug wrench that came with my car, but there's probably better ones. A jack, standard jack, handle for the jack, and of course a spare tire. So first of all, first thing you're gonna want to do is find a safe place to park, and preferably it's a parking lot, but the side of the road, if you have to, will work. Also, just make sure you're not on an incline. Secondly, take out the spare tire, and get all your tools ready, like I have here. Then put wedges or blocks on the opposite side of the spare tire so that the car won't fall over or roll. Next is remove the hubcap or the wheel cover. If the lug nuts are exposed, then you don't have to do that, obviously. Next, you take the jack and you loosen the lug nuts, and then you would next you would move the jack underneath the car, and you would raise it so that the car itself is 6 inches to the ground, and you would connect the hook underneath onto it so you could raise it so that you can reach it underneath the car, like so. And then you would unscrew and remove the lug nuts. After you have unscrewed the lug nuts, you would remove the flat tire, and take it off the car. Next, you would align the spare tire with the lug bolts and make sure they're fit in the proper space. Next, you would then place the lug nuts onto the lug bolts, and you would screw them in place with your hand first. Don't use the wrench. So you would just screw them with your hand, no wrench involved. Screw them as tight as you can with your hand, and then stop. And then you would lower the jack until the spare tire reaches the ground. So once that is done, you then take your lug wrench and you start screwing them in a star pattern, so that you would do it in a star pattern so that you wouldn't screw the lug nuts that are adjacent to each other, so that it doesn't tighten up and become impossible to screw in. And yeah, just tighten the nuts and make sure they are tight. The final step is really just, check your tire pressure, make sure that it can get you around easy enough, that the spare itself isn't unfit to drive on, and then you would want to go to a tire shop as fast as possible to get the tire replaced. So just, take out the spare tire, put the wedges on, remove the hubcaps, loosen the lug nuts, move the jack, place the jack, make sure it's 6 inches above the ground, and remove the lug nuts, and then remove the tire, and then align the spare with the bolts, and then place the lug nuts align them in place with the lug bolts, and then after that you remove the jack and lower it so the tire is on the ground. Screw your bolts, the lug bolts, back into the spare with your hand, and then tighten them with the wrench. And that's basically how you would change a spare tire. Thank you.